Hey everyone, this is me Manahil Morjo Valley. I am a student of Rehan School Kuringi campus. Today we have a very special guest with us, the CEO of Insured Nomads Corporation, a company that's revolutionizing the way we think about insurance for travels and remote workers. Thank you for joining us today, sir. How are you? Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's a joy to be here with you, everyone. This Future of Work series that you do brings on great guests, and you're such a fabulous host. It's an honor to be with you today.
It's my pleasure. So, before moving on questions, can you please introduce yourself for my viewers?
Yes, I am, as you introduced, the CEO of Insured Nomads. I am a father, husband, and count myself honored to be surrounded with wise people that can speak into my life. I started Insured Nomads with several other people a number of years ago to build a better solution for people who are leading companies with people spread around the world. Because insurance, to provide health insurance and health care for a distributed team has not been an easy solve over the last decades. And we've made that easier through a tech empowered solution and a robust insured aspect of it. So, leading a global team myself with people spread all around the world, let's jump in and talk about the future of work that exists now and where it will go in the future as well tomorrow.
Absolutely a fantastic introduction. Thank you so much, sir, for your introduction. So, now let's move on to questions. My first question is on your screen. Can you briefly explain what Insured Nomads Corporation does and how it supports the future of work and travel?
So, we are an insurance provider providing health insurance and short term medical insurance for those who are traveling or living a long term lifestyle for a globally distributed team or as a remote worker. So this is something to where insurance is very old fashioned in many cases, and we're bridging that gap. We're including the tools that are needed so that you can speak to a physician by phone and video 24 hours a day without having to pay for it. Additionally, to get counseling if needed by phone and video, by getting the surgeries and treatments needed if there's an illness diagnosed, but then the convenience aspects of instant alerts on your phone when there's danger that happens, when there's a risk, whether it's a protest or an airport closure due to weather or any any type of risk, over 30 different types sent to you directly through your phone. And then convenience aspects of airport lounge access when you're traveling so that you don't have to just sit at the gate. You can get a drink and sit in a comfortable chair in that long wait in those airports. Things that are valuable for the folks who are working and quite mobile. So, insurance is that contract that says if this happens, then we pay. We're trying, our work is making it so that it's not just a legal contract, it's something that's proactive, not just reactive. And so, in doing that, it makes it very gratifying to be caring for people in their times of need.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. My next question is for you. How does your company's insurance solution cater to the needs of remote worker, digital nomads, and expatriates?
So, in several different manners, for those who are running a company and have employees spread all around the world, we are one of the first that are able to cover the employee with health insurance for that employee that is in their home country. So you may be in Mumbai and have employees in Manila, Bangkok, London, etc. All of those can be on one plan at different rates, different levels of protection, because costs of healthcare are different in every place. So up until this point, you've had to get a plan in every different country. We can provide one group plan where everyone is on the same group, providing for health care, whether that is the birth of a child or the treatment of a tumor or routine care. Now, for the remote worker that just says, I'm going to go work from another country, I hear it's beautiful in this place, and they say, I'm free to go. I can take my laptop with me, and I'm going to go. We can provide coverage for just that one person who's free to go. That could be someone who just says, I'm going to go with my laptop for 2 weeks to go work from Paris. Stay with family, stay with friends, or stay in a hostel or a hotel or an Airbnb, because they have a live and work anywhere mindset. We can provide the medical coverage there because coverage is essential. Because when you're in a foreign country and something happens, the cost of healthcare in a hospital is very, very expensive, especially when they see that you're not from there. The price often can be much higher when you're a foreigner in a country, because they think, okay, if you were able to travel, if you're able to live here, you must have a lot more money than we do. And so the prices can go very high. Also, sometimes things happen to where you have to be evacuated by an air ambulance taken from one country to another because there may not be an adequate hospital where you're visiting. And so that's included with the coverage. The repatriation, evacuation coverage. So that is very essential. When people are working remotely in a place that is away from their home country, that they have coverage that will pay for the unexpected. And that's what we do very well.
Yes, you are doing so well. Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. So, my next question is for you. What sets your Guardian app apart from others insurance apps in the market?
So one of the major things that sets it apart, thank you for asking, is that it can have geo IP positioning available. So that's, say that differently, is that it can know where you are. If you push the emergency button inside the app, and I'll show it on the screen here very briefly. It's just a big white blob. It doesn't actually show up on the screen. Sorry. There is a panic button at the bottom of the app right there that says that you can hit. And when you hit that button, our alarm center knows right where you are so that we can dispatch an ambulance. We can send, if you're on an island, say you're, on a remote island at a hotel, enjoying the beach and working, or some vacation time. We know where you are so that we can get emergency response to you. That is very different. Many people can develop an app. They're quite simple to do. But to be able to push notifications out to say, help, your company is trying to reach you because your grandmother is ill. Call home. So human resources, your boss and their team can send a push notification to your phone saying, call us. But also, you can reach someone 24 hours a day. It sends alerts so that when there's danger, you're aware of it. It is providing location information, cultural information, and it provides access to the airport lounge. It provides access to counseling for mental health therapy sessions that are completely confidential. It provides access to a doctor on call 24 hours a day, as I mentioned earlier. It provides access to so many valuable services but that take you beyond just the awareness that if you get ill, you have an insurance policy.
Fantastic, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. So, can you share more about the social impact initiatives of insured nomads and how you are contributing to justice protection for people globally?
Yes, I think it's everyone's responsibility as an individual and as a company to be generous, to give. And sure, protecting people from in safety, security, and health is one of our primary mandates as a company. But protecting those who can't get help themselves, that are trafficked, that are working under poor conditions, that are being sold, whether to work in quarries, to work in clothing and manufacturing locations, that are really not being treated as humans. They're being treated as tools. We're giving to provide freedom, to provide training, to provide jobs, so that those that are vulnerable to exploitation can get out of that lifestyle, can get the education to earn, and get out of the cycle so that their children aren't having to do the exact same thing. Human trafficking is a problem in every country around the world. It's easier if we look the other way, but it's our responsibility to educate people. It's our responsibility to give, and it's our responsibility to care about everyone and to do more than care, to put action behind that care.
Yes, you are absolutely right, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. So, how do you see the insurance industry evolving with the rise of remote work and digital nomadism?
I believe that as our policies have changed with this rise of digital nomadism, I think the industry will have to adjust as well, because people are no longer just staying in their towns where their villages where they grew up. They're going further than they've ever dreamed possible. And with that, it takes a lot of education for people to understand that they have to get coverage, that they don't want to get trapped in another place with the financial debt of having to call family and say, "Help, I need money to get back home to where you can take care of me." The insurance industry has to learn to communicate this in a way that people can listen. And with the use of AI, this will help, but it has to be trained. AI is quite artificial still. And as you know, you've been learning and activating a lot of that, I believe, with Amy and others. And this is something that has to be programmed. It is still quite artificial intelligence. And as we deploy the large language learning models within our industry, we'll be able to help people bridge the gap of not understanding insurance to understanding it well enough to realize it's there to help. It's there to take the financial burden when something bad happens.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. So, can you share a success story or a case study where your insurance solutions made a significant impact on someone's life or work?
Absolutely, I can. I think of a young man who was working in a country called Djibouti in East Africa, and he spent, I believe, about $586 on an insurance policy. He had never been sick in his life. He was 23 years old, but he knew that, okay, if something happens, I need this policy. Next thing I knew, our company had gotten contacted. He had a headache, and he called from the hospital saying, "How do I use my insurance? I have a headache and I'm sitting here in the waiting room and it's been going for days." And um, everything was quite easy. The processes were easy. A few days went by, and I found out that he had a tumor in his head, a cancer tumor. He couldn't fly because the altitude could make it worse. He had brain surgery, removing that tumor. He had paid $586 for an insurance policy, and he was able to pay for brain surgery, removing a tumor that was covered most of his head. It had grown inside his skull, quite large. It was removed. It was about a $25,000 surgery that he was able to get paid for completely with a policy that he spent $586 for. And still today, he's married, he has children, and he's doing very well. And it's one of those things where this is why I'm so happy that he didn't have to suffer or call family and say, "Help, I need money to pay for it." Insurance is one of those things that hopefully you never have to use, but when you do, it's there. It's important to be able to pay for a small life insurance policy so that if you pass away, it leaves money to your family so that your income that's lost is passed on to them through life insurance. If you own a vehicle and it's wrecked, the insurance covering that vehicle replaces it. It's easy when it comes to personal possessions to say, yes, we have to get insurance on this car or this house. But our own body, it's more important than ever that we insure our bodies because people depend on us, our family, our community, the people that we're supposed to impact in life depend on us. And that's why we have to value ourselves well enough to say, I'm going to get insurance so that if something happens, I'm taking care of my body.
Absolutely amazing answer. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your wonderful answer. So now let's move on to next question. My next question is for you. How can individuals and companies partner with Insure Nomads to ensure their safety and well-being while working or traveling aboard?
Two things come to mind. One, of course, go to insurednomads.com and they can click on group health insurance. And I highly recommend those companies that are considering health insurance for their distributed team, for their employees that are in whether they're employees that are spread across India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, to Colombia, Brazil, Argentina, and the rest of the world, that getting coverage can be very affordable, but it's a way to make sure that you're protecting your employees, to show to them that they're not just a resource for you, but that they're valuable, that they mean something to you. So coming to our website at insurednomads.com and filling out a contact form there, telling us some information about you, and our team members will reach out. The other is if you're a company that says, we can get the healthcare locally, but we want to provide telemedicine so that our employees can at least talk to a doctor 24 hours a day. I recommend a company called Doctor On Call. That's droncall.com. It's the company that we've partnered with at Insured Nomads, but you can go to them directly also and say, look, we want to provide instant care to where people can speak to a doctor on the phone in the confidentiality of their home or from their cell phone on the street when no one else is listening. That is something that is very valuable, quite inexpensive, but the value to your team is priceless at times.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful answer. My next question is for you. What future plans or developments can we expect from Insured Nomads in the coming years?
This is exciting as we open up in new countries through partnerships, through distribution partnerships. The world is our playground. So we're partnering with distributors in countries and cities and regions all around the world. We have embedded solutions through APIs so that we can be embedded in booking processes, in travel and hospitality environments. And the partnerships that we have going are just beyond words. We're blessed, we're encouraged that our growth globally is only going to continue. We have so much demand that the innovation that's happening in new solutions for cancellation of trips and holidays. So the instant cash payout is there. So if you're stuck in an airport and you need a hotel, money has been transferred to you instantly, not a claims process to where you have to fill out forms and send them in. But insurance gets to evolve with the way technology is so that people are getting things quickly, like they're used to food being delivered to their door. We need the service in insurance coming rapidly as well. Thank you for your question. This is an exciting time. The future of work is bright because bright individuals are leading it, like you, Manahill. Thank you for having me on today.
Sir, it's my pleasure. And thank you so much, sir, for your exciting answer. So now let's move on to next question. Um, how do you see the role of technology evolving in the insurance industry, and how is insured nomads leveraging technology to stay ahead?
I see the technology rapidly changing because embedded via API is one of the easiest ways to deploy rapid technology. Fast payouts for claims is one of the other ways, and just making it user friendly. Insurance is just one of those things to where it's providing a needed service, and technology is making it to where that service is delivered quickly.
All right, sir. Lastly, what advice would you give individuals looking to work or travel internationally regarding their insurance needs?
Make sure your medical insurance is part of your budget. That's the first thing. When you're planning this part of your lifestyle, it's not just your accommodation, it's not just your laptop, it's not just your trip, the bus, the train, the airfare. It's also the medical insurance. That's a crucial part of this lifestyle, whether you're staying within your home country and going to a new region, or whether you're going cross border. Make sure you budget to take care of your health. Make sure you have people around you in your new surroundings, that you've made community there, so that if something happens, you have people taking care of you also. We cannot live in this world alone. We need people around us. So care for the ones around you, and then they also will care for you.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful advice, and thank you so much, sir, for sharing your insights and the amazing work that Insured Nomad is doing. It's clear that your company is playing a crucial role in adapting insurance to the needs of modern world. So, again, sir, thank you so much for joining us today and for all the valuable information you have shared. To our viewers, if you want to learn more about Insured Nomads and their services, be sure to visit their website at insurednomads.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our channels for more interviews and insights on the future of work. Until next time, stay safe and stay inspired. Thank you so much, sir, for giving me your precious time.
Thank you all. Subscribe to this channel and travel
Thank
safely.
you. Bye.